Nobody wakes up one day in a warm bed with a private bathroom, surrounded by their loved ones, and decides that today is the day I'm going to leave it all behind and go sleep in the streets or in a shelter. I started working as an outreach leader with City Relief in 2010. I would drive our retrofitted school buses into the streets, mobilizing volunteers to offer compassion, connection, and community to our guests. Now, after almost 12 years working in the streets with people directly impacted by homelessness, an extensive search process, and lots of prayer, our board has selected me to be the next CEO of City Relief. I met Brian a few years ago. He happened to find us after being released from jail with no place to go. He struggled with heroin addiction and kept falling back into the same traps again and again. And in the shelter he was staying in, at the time, he had unlimited access to drugs, but very little access to support. The week after speaking with one of our outreach leaders on a Friday night, he walked over 2 hours just to talk to someone from our team about getting help. More recently, he joined our apprenticeship program and now regularly volunteers with us and is actively looking for his own apartment. Every person we serve is unique. Each story is different. The one thing everyone has in common is the need to be seen and to be connected. I believe with all my heart that while we can't do everything to help everyone, we can all do something to help someone. And together here tonight, we can impact thousands of people just like Brian. City Relief has been leveraging mobility and consistency to reach our unhoused neighbors in the New York City metro area since 1989. In addition to offering tangible help through a hot meal, new socks, toiletries, masks, and other essentials, we are connecting our guests to life-altering resources like housing, employment opportunities, medical care, benefits, and care coordination. The last few years have been incredible as we have invited community partner organizations to join us in the streets at all of our outreach locations to provide a one-stop shop for our guests. We developed a hotel stabilization program that allows us to get people off the street when the temperature drops below freezing. We offer cell phones to our guests who can't be reached any other way, and we continue to offer an apprenticeship program to provide opportunities for our guests to serve with us, not just receive things from us. Our dream is to establish a drop-in center office space centrally located in New York City where our guests can connect with our follow-up team and receive services like ID replacement, phone charging stations, telehealth visits from doctors, lawyers, and housing specialists. Our model of compassionate, Christ-like love and care coordination can literally be the difference between life and death. In 2021, 640 homeless New Yorkers died in shelters, in hospitals, and in the streets. Our 8 weekly outreaches have never been more necessary. Nobody wakes up one day and decides to sleep in the streets or in a shelter unless they truly believe their alternatives are worse. But those of us who don't have to worry about where we're going to sleep or how we're going to feed our families, tonight we get to decide that we are going to do something about it. One of my favorite examples is my friend Bindia, who after volunteering with City Relief noticed the disproportionate amount of elderly men who are stuck in the vortex of street homelessness. She decided to do something about it. This is how she created connections for a man named John and why we are truly better together.